Good morning, Kasturians. So, today we will be talking about this chapter units and measurements, and particularly here the topic which will be discovered is errors. Okay, first of all, let us see what are errors. How do we define errors? Okay, like we have seen, the result of every measurement while we are measuring anything, okay, it contains some type of uncertainty, and this type of uncertainty it is defined as error. Okay, now let us define accuracy. But there are two very important things which comes into the picture when we talk about errors. What are they? They are first one is accuracy and the second one is precision. Okay, accuracy, it is defined as any measurement. It is defined as any measurement. It is a measure of how close we are to the measured value. Okay, in any type of measurement, like we can say we have any value x that we have to measure, and this is x1 is the measured value. Okay, now accuracy is defined as this, how close is this value x1 is to this actual value. Okay, this is how we define accuracy. Now let us see how do we define precision. Precision, it is defined as the resolution or the limit of the quantity which is measured. Okay, resolution or quantity, how do we define that? Like resolution is, it is basically defined as how up to how many numbers, how many digits we are measuring this device. Okay, this precision, it also depends upon our device. Okay, up to how many digits or up to how much precise is our device to measure the value. Okay, now let us see what are the different types of error. We have basically two types of error. First one is systematic errors and the second one is random errors. Okay, under systematic errors, basically we will be talking about three types of errors, which are, first one is instrumental errors, which is basically due to our instrument, any error associated within the instrument itself. Okay, second one, we will be talking about the procedural error or the experimental technique. The experiment, if we are using any wrong experimental technique also, then also we an error is committed in the measurement. Okay, then we will be talking about personal errors due to our own faults. Okay, sometimes we show laziness in the experiments. Okay, and due to that some errors occur. Okay, that type of errors we will be looking under personal errors. Now let us see how random errors can be classified. In random errors, we have one type of errors called least count errors, which will be discussed further. Okay, now let us talk about systematic errors. What are systematic errors? Systematic errors, they are the errors which tend to be in only a particular direction, either positive or negative. So we can say that error, it can be a positive value or it can be a negative value. Okay, and if we are having an ideal situation, then error can also be 0. Okay, now let us talk about instrumental errors. What are instrumental errors? They are defined as the errors which arises from any imperfection or imperfection in our design, okay, or calibration of measuring instrument. Okay, this is how we define our instrumental errors. For example, if we are using a vernier caliper, okay, for measuring any let us say we want to measure any small length using a vernier caliper. Okay, now it can happen that the zero of the vernier caliper, okay, the vernier scale in the vernier caliper, it do not coincide with the zero mark of the main scale. Okay, that is also that is also a kind of error. Okay, so this is how errors can also be inside the instrument only. Okay, now let us see what are imperfection in the experimental technique or the procedure we are using. Okay, so let us take an example. Okay, let us see that there are various external conditions which affect our readings. Okay, so let us see there are various experiments which depend on the temperature, humidity, wind velocity, etc. Okay, if the situation of the external conditions is not they are not favorable to the measurement of any reading or a particular experimental procedure, okay, then there are some kind of errors, they will be introduced in the observations, okay. That type of errors, they are known as experimental technique or procedure imperfections, okay. Now let us see what are personal errors, okay. Personal errors, these are the errors which arises due to individuals' bias or lack of proper setting of an apparatus, okay. So we can say sometimes we are careless while performing the experiment. So what happens? The result, what do we get in the result? We get some errors in the result or our observations, okay. These type of errors, they are known as personal errors. For example, we have seen parallax error, okay. Parallax error, it arises, how this error arises? It arises if we are standing either very far from the apparatus, okay, or we are standing very near to the apparatus, okay. This type of errors arises basically, okay. So this was all about personal errors. Now let us talk something about random errors. As the name itself is suggesting, okay, the errors which occur irregularly, and hence these errors, they are known as random errors, okay. So as now we can say that the errors which arises due to unpredictable fluctuations in our experimental conditions, like if we are having a fluctuating voltage supply, or we are having any other like temperature type of, means temperature of any devices automatically or it is fluctuating, we can say. So this type of errors arise, it's called random errors, okay. Now under random errors, we have to particularly discuss least count errors. What are least count errors? Okay, first of all let me discuss what is a least count. Least count, it is defined as the smallest value, okay, the smallest value that any device can measure, okay. This is known as a least count. Now what is least count error? Least count error, it is an error associated with the resolution of any instrument, okay. The error associated with the resolution of any instrument, this error is known as least count error. For example, see, like I have already given you the example of vernier caliper, okay. Now we already know the vernier caliper, it is having a least count of 0.01 centimeter, okay. If the vernier caliper is having a least count of 0.01 centimeter, and we are also having various other devices, okay, like spherometer, it is having a least count of 0.001 centimeter, okay. So what is the difference? The difference is that accuracy of spherometer, it is more when compared to the accuracy of vernier caliper, okay. So we can say that a spherometer, it measures any length or any reading with more accuracy in comparison to a vernier caliper, okay. Now we can see that using very high, there are some observations, okay, which comes out from these errors. So let us discuss them. First of all, if we are using a very higher precise instrument, okay, higher precision of the instrument, so what do we get? We can minimize the errors, okay. Also, if we have improved experimental techniques, okay, we can also improve our experimental techniques to minimize the errors. And also, how can we further minimize our errors? We can repeat the number of observations many times, and also, okay, we can take the arithmetic mean of all the observations, then we get reduced least count errors, okay. So this was all about the lecture, okay. Next we will be discussing in the further discussions, okay. Thank you.